Hello, Christopher.
Hello, Jane.
Right, we've come together for this recording. Hopefully, it won't be too long, but we want to tell our family and friends how well you have done. And quite honestly, you look fabulous,
Thank you.
considering you have just broken your fast today after 9 days on a water-only fast. 9 days. Now, that doesn't quite beat the 21 days that you did earlier on in the year, but there's no need to do that again. Um, we did that. We we talked about that, and you decided to do that after I'd done 7 days, and you wanted to see if you could do 21, to see if it would clear up a whole list of ailments that you had. And we have a list here with 19 things that we considered needed to be made better. And it started off with things like COPD, asthma, diabetes, swollen prostate, urinary tract infections, dry eye, labyrinthitis, can't say it, which is also vertigo, possibly, visceral fat, your feet were tingling, glaucoma, you had scars on the top of your head, sleep apnea, liver problem, waking up in the night to pass urine, nocturia, that's called. And then you've just spoken to me about nerve pain, rotary cuff pain at top of your arm that seems to have
That's
got
right.
better. And
Yeah.
the reason you tackled the 21 days was that we'd listened to Eric Berg interviewing a man called Fred Everard, a
That's
Frenchman,
right. Yeah.
who had been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Was it 3/4? Yeah, 3/4 cancer of the colon. And Fred didn't want to have to go down the chemo route. So he chose to do a complete fast, water fast, for 21 days. And then when he went back to his surgeon, they couldn't find any cancer. That was just the most amazing video that I think I've ever seen. And it's
Yeah.
certainly, especially as he was a martial artist and you are as well. So
Yes.
if you
Of
want to
course.
take up the story from there.
Well, his story is a standalone thing, but
Your
it worked for
story,
him.
your story.
It worked for him.
Mm.
What has worked for me? Well, first of all, I hope and pray that I haven't got cancer. And if I did have it, it's gone anyway.
Yeah.
So, no, I have no fear of cancer. The other ailments that were there, some were for quite some time. We're
Yeah.
talking about decades. And the recent one that I've just gotten rid of was rotator cuff nervous system here.
Yes.
Because I use the gym 3 times a week, you see. And with various weight exercises, after so many repetitions, then this nerve pain would come in straight away and warn me off. And it was quite a pain actually. I couldn't work through it. You know, a lot of guys just well, I'll ignore it and work through it. Well, this was too painful. I couldn't do it.
Oh
So
gosh.
I had to reduce the weight. Anyway, as I say, I go there 3 times a week and I do a 2 hour workout. The only difference is now this water fast. I discovered the other day that on a certain exercise, which normally gave me that pain after half a dozen,
Yes.
suddenly I realized there was no pain.
Oh, brilliant.
So then I readjusted things so I could have a heavier weight to, to prove that to myself
Yes.
that there's going to be a pain now, and there wasn't.
Oh,
So anyway, and then to carry
something.
on around the gym doing the various exercises, biceps, triceps, and all the rest of it, when that thing would kick in, it doesn't kick in anymore.
Something like this happened when you did your first fast, because I think this is your fourth, isn't it now?
Yeah, this is
Your
number 4.
fourth water fast, but the first one was 21 days, and you've done 7, 7, and now 9.
Yeah.
So after the first one, let's talk about those scars on your head.
Well, in 1998, I had an incident in Madrid whereby I had several scars on my head, where I ended up in a Madrid hospital, and the area was stitched.
Mm.
And from then on, this wept. And eventually, as the years go by, I had scabs on there, which I used to have to pull off. Or if I was combing my hair, the tooth of the comb might catch in it, And I've lived with that all those years. That's gone.
Gone. Yes.
Yeah, that's gone.
Moving on. How about your feet?
Oh yes, because I'm diabetic. I have a diabetic foot inspection every now and again, and the feelings are that you've got something in your shoes, like some kind of paperish thing, and
Yes.
And it's not pleasant at all. And well, that's gone.
Good.
Now, the other interesting thing about this was that initially, when I was diabetic, then earlier this year, I had a full MOT blood test that's covered everything, and it put me down to borderline diabetic.
Good.
Now I've had a blood test on Friday. Yes,
Just
was it
gone.
yesterday?
Yesterday. Yes, yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a blood test. I won't get the results from that until next week, obviously. And that is what I'm waiting for.
We're hoping for the best, because you can reverse diabetes, and this is what we're aiming to do, isn't it?
Oh, indeed.
Yeah. So what about dry eye?
Well, the dry eye has now, it's just gone away.
Dry eye
And
means
I used all these, I've got the medication up here. There's all the different types of dry eye medication. None of it worked.
no.
Not any bit of it worked.
But dry eye is a little bit of a misnomer. Tell people what the symptoms are of dry eye.
The symptoms are, first of all, sunlight hurts. So, and the causation of it, I believe an ophthalmic bloke told me that on the bottom of your eye, you've got several little holes where this fluid comes out of the holes, not your tear ducts down below, and they can become blocked, and so you're not getting the lubrication. Sounds daft, doesn't it? Dry eye, you need them to be wet.
Because they are dripping all the time. Your eyes are watering with dry eye, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You're not crying, but it's as if the wind's got.
Yeah. And it's an irritant.
Yes.
It
can create blurred vision. That's right. And so, what has that improved?
Oh, indeed, it's gone.
Gone.
That has gone. Yeah.
Brilliant.
One of the other things, while we're talking about the eye, which I've got to tell you about.
Yes.
Glaucoma that I have. I don't know if I've still got the glaucoma. I won't know until I have an examination sometime before Christmas. But the thing is, with the medication that they give you, brixolomide or travoprost or whatever, the side effects to that, one of the side effects is that it makes your eyelashes grow. They become thicker. Yeah. And if one of them kind of gets caught up into your eye, and it's really, when I went to the hospital, Kettering General Hospital, to the ophthalmic unit there, the chap told me that one of these thick eyelashes is now going the wrong way. I said, well, pull it out, cut it off. He said, no, because it'll just grow thicker. Now, I've got to say that I changed. I've still got the medication here, but I don't use it anymore. I've stopped using it. I don't use it. The fear behind not using it is that the pressure in my eyes, because of the glaucoma, can grow and it will start affecting my sight. But I haven't experienced that yet, and I haven't had any of this, my travoprost or the brixolamide. They both come in little things like this,
Yeah.
right? Now, I haven't used that, nor the brixolamide, since before I started this class.
Marvelous. Marvelous. Okay, let's have we've talked about eyes. How about we've talked a little bit about diabetes. What about COPD and asthma?
They were gotten rid of on the 21-day fast. They went. I've had them. I've had that for years.
COPD stands for
Something. Oh, crikey! This is one of the things that I've got to cure: loss of
I
memory.
can't remember. Anyway,
Yeah,
you'll have to look it up.
Chronic.
Something pulmonary disease
disorder. Yeah, or disease.
Disorder.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's all about. Anyway.
What's the O? Chronic.
Can't think. Doesn't matter.
Something pulmonary.
Doesn't matter. Somebody looking. All the people looking, they will know what it means.
So, is it to do with your heart or your lungs or what?
It's to do with your lungs, and of course, it's also handed down. My mum had it.
So you were producing quite a bit of phlegm, weren't you?
All the time, every day.
How's that now?
I haven't got any.
Oh, yes, very good.
Yeah.
Asthma. How's your asthma doing?
Well, I've got the inhalers. I had 3 different inhalers.
No. How's your asthma doing now? Stop, please, Christopher.
It doesn't work.
Advertising.
The inhalers are redundant.
Good.
I haven't got asthma. It's gone.
Marvelous. Stop bringing all these medications out and advertising them. You don't need.
Well, that's what I'm about to say. They're all
you...
going in the bin.
Yes. Yes. They're all going in the bin. Listen to this man. Diabetes.
Well, diabetes, again, we're talking about Dr. Berg here. I'm going on his line that we can get rid of diabetes with a fast.
Yeah.
Well, from being a diabetic on the 21-day fast, I've come out of that with borderline.
Yeah.
Now this fast now, I've had my blood tested, as I say.
And we'll see what that. But how do you feel in yourself? How do you?
I feel great. I feel as though I haven't got diabetes.
Marvelous.
The things in my feet, that's gone.
That'll do for me. What about prostate?
That's different. With prostate, it's a big item to talk about because I've had my prostate for 24 years. I've had BPH.
Which BPH stands for?
Benign prostate hyperplasia.
Yeah.
That's a swollen prostate.
Right.
And I've been nursing that myself ever since.
Right. What did your consultant want to do to you?
He wants to operate. And because all of this time, I've had, I don't know how many PSA tests I've had. I've had thousands of them. I've had 20 years worth of PSA tests. And they're generally all high readings, which means if you look at the television and the tirade of harvesting that's going on right now with regards to white men and black men, that one in 8 white men will have prostate cancer. 1 in 4 black men will get prostate cancer. It's utter rubbish. All right, people will get prostate cancer, but
it's an industry.
Well, this lot doing their harvest, it is an industry. For them, they're doing their harvesting so that somebody has he gets up in the night to go to the loo, nocturia and whatever. So he goes
Yeah.
and has a test. And the PSA test might have a high reading. Right. You've got a high reading. You might have cancer here, you know. So we'll need to take a biopsy. And they take a biopsy. Now then, to take a biopsy, they've got to put an instrument up your bottom and through the wall of your intestine, through the wall of your prostate, into the prostate to take that piece out. And what's it taking with it when it's going in there?
Exactly.
And when it comes out, it's leaving a hole.
Yeah.
Because it's not, they're not sealing it, they're just pulling it out. And now what happens then?
Yeah.
The chances are something will happen because you've just disturbed something that shouldn't ever have been disturbed.
Anybody worried about their prostate should, we can add a link to Dr. John Bergman.
Oh, indeed.
His video where he talks about this in depth. And he said hardly anybody, if left alone in an elderly person, you're not going to die of prostate cancer. Unless they compromise that by going in and breaking, as he calls it, your arse wall.
Yeah.
And putting a needle into it and breaking whatever, you know, any nasties that might be there, and that would then go into the rest of your body and probably kill you.
Well,
Well,
anybody, think about it, goes up there, through whatever's up there, through the wall, taking whatever is with it in front of it, boom, 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 straight into the prostate.
Yes, I know.
You know, so they're harvesting, you see.
Yeah.
So now, all right, so you got a high PSA. What are you going to do about that? You're going to start researching, my friend. That's what you're going to do.
Yes, you are.
And find out about how are you going to get down the prostate specific antigens reading. That's what PSA means.
Right.
Prostate specific antigens. I've got to tell you here now, also from Dr. John Bergman's video, he knew the guy, doctor, who found and invented the PSA test.
Yeah.
And he said to Bergman, it's the worst thing in the world. I wish I'd never, ever invented it.
Yes.
Because it is used as a tool.
Yes.
And well, if you go and have a look at that, because there are various things in there that proves what is going on. It's an industry.
I want to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes because of time. So we can talk about this in another video, but let's just.
Well, I've got a lot to say about it, so I think we should have.
There are a few other things, right? Liver, sleep apnea, your visceral fat around your internal organs.
I've got rid of most of that.
Vertigo, urinary tract infection, those things. So
the urinary tract infection we can talk about next time with regards to the problems with the prostate.
Yes, okay, yeah,
because it's allied to that.
Yeah.
There are various things that I do that might be frowned upon, but I'm here. I'm all right. I'm going to the loo all right. You know, everything works, and that's it.
When I first met you about 3 years ago, you had a very, very, very fat tummy. And underneath there is a lot of visceral fat. Right. Can you stand up now and just show everybody?
Yeah, sure.
The shape of your tummy now.
Right. Well, I was out here.
Yeah, I know.
Now that has gone.
Yes. Go sideways. Sideways.
I was out. Hang on, let me go back a bit.
Go sideways.
I had I think it was a 50-something waist.
Yeah.
Now that, I've got chairs in the way here. Just a minute.
All right. No, stand up there. You're fine. Move forward a bit. Yes.
Forward, right. Yeah. Okay. Now that, I've got a little bit to get rid of, but brilliant. Part of that there is the hernia.
Yeah.
So I've got to work on that as well.
Yeah.
But there we go. And that's quite solid.
Fantastic.
Well, I do abdominal exercises.
Yes.
Which is all good. The six pack is still hiding.
Oh, but you're aiming for that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And
yeah, but
are you going to tell everybody you've got a birthday coming up, haven't you?
Yeah, just a moment. Yeah,
So we're back again. Sorry, somebody called Christopher on the phone. Just very, very quickly to wind this up, this particular session. You're working on something called labyrinthitis, which is sort of vertigo. You're also trying to get rid of, well, you think you may have got rid of your sleep apnea.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've got to wait and see.
Yeah, and liver. Your liver,
I've
you're
lost this.
working on that.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of fat on that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Liver can. I heard today that if you were to lose half your liver, take half the liver away, it would regrow.
Oh, yeah.
It would
It'll grow
regrow.
itself. Yeah. Yeah.
And your prostate. So really, of all these 15 things, you've probably cleared up 10 of them, 10 by doing these long, prolonged fasts. And in the meantime, we both do 1 meal a day, OMAD. So that's called intermittent fasting. And we're trying to eat healthy food, aren't we?
That's right. I'm starting OMAD.
Yes.
I've broken my fast today, but
Yeah.
I'll eat very small, not much until the day after tomorrow. Then it'll be 1 meal a day the day after tomorrow.
Yes, 1 meal a day.
Today, for instance, I just had kefir with flax seeds and fenugreek.
And then tonight, I think you're going to have some cod, aren't you? Cod loin.
Cod loin, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful.
Yes.
So next time we do one of these, we'll talk about intermittent fasting. But in the meantime, I must say congratulations, Chris.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I feel great.
How do you feel? Yes, how do you feel?
I feel really good. And other people that I've spoken to in the gym who've had a go, they also feel good.
And you are just about to have a birthday in November.
Yeah, I'm an octogenarian.
Octogenarian.
I'm already an octogenarian. Well, it's 4 years. I've been 4 years an octogenarian in a couple of weeks' time.
Marvelous. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. I really am.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Jane.